taking on the challenge of pioneering the future of food. 100 years that we have forged. The very first step of that century began in 1925, when our founder, Tsunejiro Minami, started the Nantsune Cutlery Workshop, specializing in domestic blades. In 1929, the fourth year, for out of 100, a request came in to manufacture replacement blades for ham and bacon slicers from the Dutch company, Berkel. We do what no one else is willing to do, and master at it until it takes shape. From here, we took another big, significant step toward the future of food. We began manufacturing and selling Japan's first meat slicer. We registered the Nantsune trademark and changed our company name to Nantsune Works. We developed the first domestically produced meat slicer. We progressed from the cutlery business into meat processing and machinery manufacturing. However, just as we were taking these steps forward, war suddenly broke out and descended upon Nantsune. In 1944, during the final stages of the Pacific War, both the factory and residents were relocated due to compulsory evacuation of building. Production was impossible. Overcoming the hardship of having our lifeline cut off, we resumed business in 1946 after the end of the war. However, we could not immediately return to producing meat slicers, so we responded to the needs that existed in other industries at the time. Even during difficult times, our commitment to supporting the food infrastructure became one of the sources of Nantsune's DNA today. With post-war reconstruction and economic growth, meat culture began to spread among general consumers in their daily diets. Along with investments in equipment by butcher shops, the production of meat processing machines began to gain momentum. In 1949, the company changed its name to Nantsune Machinery Works. In the early 1950s, motors were installed in meat slicers. This made it possible for anyone to achieve uniform slices. This excellent operability was widely supported, and meat slicers quickly became popular. In May 1954, Tsunejiro Minami, the second president, succeeded the founder Tsunejiro Minami and took over management. Aiming to move beyond a sole proprietorship, he established Nantsune Steel Company Limited. In May 1960, the company relocated to a new factory. In the early 1960s, during the period of rapid economic growth, Nantsune focused on developing innovative meat slicers while also improving its main products. In 1964, the cubic-style anti-model meat slicer, which became a huge hit, was launched. That same year, the WWII factory was also completed. From 1965 to 1970, Nantsune focused on strengthening its sales division and establishing a network of exclusive distributors. The company actively recruited technical staff and came to command a 60% share of the meat slicer market. As orders increased, production at the WWII factory could not keep up, so in 1967, Nantsune began construction of a new factory in Fujiedara City. In 1969, the first phase of construction at the new Fujiedara factory was completed. The WWII factory was closed, and the manufacturing division was relocated. That same year, the new factory was completed, giving rise to a comprehensive, specialized meat machinery plant that combined the functions of both the Ikuno and WWII factories. After the completion of the new factory, Nantsune contributed to the evolution of meat slicer through product development aimed at supermarkets. In 1972, we released Japan's first domestically produced high-top frozen meat slicer. This move anticipated the arrival of the frozen meat era. At Nantsune, building on the foundation established in Japan during a period of rapid growth, we entered an era of breakthrough, paving the way to the global market. In response to rising raw material and manufacturing costs, we chose China as the location for our long-considered overseas production base. On October 24, 1985, a signing ceremony was held. We established Beijing Nantsune Meat Processing Machinery Company Limited. Furthermore, during the rapid economic growth of South Korea in the 1970s and 1980s, an opportunity arose to expand our sales channels there. We signed a sales agency agreement for Nantsune products with a local freezer company. In 1985, Nantsune products attracted interest, and agency agreements were also established in Taiwan and Hong Kong. Within just 1 year, we established extensive sales channels in China, South Korea, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, forming a major Nantsune network spanning East Asia. Building on the overseas inspections that began in 1960, Nantsune continued to develop hit products. In 1989, we announced the NCC 280 chop cutter, domestically produced model of its kind. In 1993, an electronically controlled model was also introduced, followed by the successive release of new generation machines. Then, as the Japanese imperial era changed in 1989, the company entered a new phase under a revamped structure, further enhancing its international competitiveness. With the dawn of new imperial era, Tsunejiro Minami assumed the position of company president. In 1991, the current head office building was completed. With a renewed spirit and a new facility, the company pressed forward even more vigorously to expand its markets both domestically and internationally. By the late 1980s, the company had expanded its sales channels to Germany, Sweden, the United States, Australia, and New Zealand. The Asian countries that were developed as markets since the 1980s also saw further growth. In China, in response to increasing demand, the company continued to relocate and expand its factories after 1995, and in 2005 established Nantsune Food Machinery, Shanghai. In recent years, a branch office has also been established in the international city of Shenzhen. In South Korea, in 1999, Nantsune Korea was established. This has become a key base that continues to play a significant role within the Nantsune Group. Furthermore, from 2000 to 2009, the company successively completed new and improved products, which created a buzz at exhibitions such as FOMA Japan and the Meat Industry Fair. Including overseas products, the number of products released to the market over the 10 years from 2000 to 2010 reached as many as 38. This experience later paved the way for the birth of Zeus, which would become the company's flagship model. In the September of 2001, news of the outbreak of mad cow disease spread, and Nantsune faced its first-ever management crisis since its founding, with sales cut in half. In 2002, Tsunejiro Minami, the fourth-generation successor who had been away from the company studying abroad, returned to Japan and assumed the position of director. Subsequently, in 2003, Nantsune Company Limited and Kanto Nantsune were integrated to Nantsune Iron Works. Along with the organizational review, optimization of each business operation was pursued. In 2005, Tsunejiro Minami was appointed executive vice president and began implementing management reforms. The company name was changed to Nantsune Company Limited, solidifying the structure for a second founding. In 2006, the first kickoff meeting was held. The management policies and corporate philosophy were shared, and this event became an annual tradition from then on. In 2010, President Tsunejiro Minami passed away, and Tsunejiro Minami became the fourth president. Tsunejiro began to re-examine the way the business was run. He established a business strategy that linked three axes to contribute to the process of creating jobs, and as a result, Nantsune broke away from being a small factory and entered its second phase of operation. From then on, the company moved beyond being just a meat processing machinery manufacturer and began to pursue initiatives as a food consultant as well. In 2014, as part of its business, the company also began manufacturing and wholesaling ham and sausages. This experience later developed into the food service business, which became the flagship of its consulting operations. When the COVID-19 pandemic shook the world, everyone at Beijing Nantsune came together as one to overcome the severe situation. Even in such circumstances, orders for food machinery remained steady, and the automatic dishing robot Scorpion was launched. The company continued to forge new possibilities, expanding from meat products to broader food categories. In 2019, an M&A deal was completed with Hella Spice Japan. In 2022, Gastrotech Holdings Company Limited was established as a holding company to unify the group. In the field of technology, a series of products focused on greater labor saving were successively released. Among them, the advanced 3D portion slicer, Zeus, which went on sale in 2022, became a major topic of discussion in the industry. In addition, in 2023, products such as the high-speed automatic bandsaw Hades and devices that automate the opening of carton boxes were also announced. Bringing thinly sliced meat to households around the world. Making Japanese cuisine a global culture. Not limited to traditional Japanese food, we want to bring a variety of Japanese dishes to dining tables around the world. As we celebrate our 100th anniversary, Nantsune is taking the next step forward with these aspirations in our hearts. Making the impossible possible in the world of food. The spirit cultivated during the era of Tsunejiro Minami still forms the core of Nantsune today, embodied in these words. Laying the foundation for food provision, someday, that may become a culture. Witnessing the very first bite taken somewhere in the world. We create dining tables filled with laughter, made possible by our services. We took our first step from a single blade. Because we were the ones who created Japan's first meat cutting machine, we can take the 101st step forward. Make the impossible possible.